Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 3 with me, Sid, and we're back home. Yeah, I came back. I got bored of foreign places, they were things. Now, there is a good reason we came back. We ran out of food for one. I did, let me show you over here. We went, obviously, around and we saw all of this, and then we kind of went over here. Covered a little bit of this area, and then I decided to continue and come back down this way. Now over here, this swamp area, this is a swamp by the way. We found a whole load of reeds. I also found coal and borax down there, and then we carried on down. Hickory over there, and this is obviously where we'd got to previously on this thing. So I think we got a feel for the extents around here. There's a few bits that we haven't uncovered in the centre of the continent, and obviously all of this. But my inventory very full. Borax uses for that, hammer it down, you get flux. So yeah, I've never actually found borax before in the game, so that was a new one for me. We also got coal, quite a bit of it. More rock salt. We need to take you off and put you down because we got the silvite in there. Native platinum, reeds, 2 stacks of reeds, silvite, rock salt, whole load of bushes and some minerals, and somewhere down here I should have cheese, and I've got some chicken, I've got eggs, and in the other one, no, that was the, yeah, that one, we've got this cheese, which we are going to stack. I've got some bread here because our food is looking a bit dire, so we need to trim you. Probably cook those eggs, sort ourselves out a little bit, and then we can continue on with one of the reason why I came back so suddenly. I would have liked some fruit. I've not got fruit in this. What have we got? Let's go with that, and yeah, I'm just going to grab some fruit so we can get a full wholesome diet out of this. So many of our bushes are flowering; they're in bloom. So yeah, trip back took a while, to say the least. What we got there? 24. Yeah, we'll take you, and we shall trim the decay off of the plums, and that should do us, I think. Right, yeah. So the reason we came back was obviously we'd not found any Gabbro, and the rock types over there were pretty much phyllite, claystone, and andesite, and there was very little of anything else out there. It was very, very, very disappointing. Our health obviously dropped quite considerably because our things were dropping, so we need to restore that balance. What else we've got? We got the rock salt really doesn't belong there. If I were going to put rock salt somewhere, where would I put it? I don't know. So yeah, we weren't getting anywhere fast, and I could continue searching around for many, many days, and still never find Gabbro. And it was pointed out by, well, several. I mean, there was a thread of comments that kind of led to this way this thought process is going. So the first thing was Rorax. For those of you who don't know Rorax is features on the the Forgecraft server. So yeah, good YouTuber, good Minecrafter. I believe she actually codes as well. I think she's a bit of a modder as well, but I'm not sure. I'll have to plead ignorance onto the exact pedigree of Rorax's modding career. I'm sure Rorax will fill me in on that if there is any filling in to do. Anyway, she said she'd not played TerraFirmaCraft for a while, but it didn't used to be a case that you got better quality and rarer ores deeper down. I don't want to come in here. And I replied and I said, well, yeah, it used to be, but it's not so much the case anymore. You know, we are living in an age where the depth in the ground is not as important as it used to be, which is true. You know, it's no longer the case. The quality can be high at this level and stuff like that. And C. Rye kind of confirmed that, but pointed out that obviously there are potentially 3 layers of rock beneath me. There's the dolomite we're on, then there's another layer, and then there's another layer. And we obviously don't know what those 2 are. And then finally, Immortal Wombat pointed out that the hot springs that you see, those little things are healing waters, as they often get called. Well, they reach all the way down to the bottom, and they often, the bottom of those hot springs is the rock that is at the bottom layer of the world. Now remember, we are at Y152, this is not 64. Our build height and the world height is considerably different in TerraFirmaCraft. So I thought, well, let's come back. There's loads of those hot springs in the area. I mean, we just have to look at the journey map, and we can scroll in, and we know, I think that's one there, there's one there, one over there, that's another one. Yeah, so as I say, lots of hot springs. And I came back, and first thing I thought was, I'll just check. So I came over to this hot spring, and I jumped in, and there's andesite. You are absolutely crapping me. We are stood on somewhere down 100, 140, 130, 120 blocks beneath us right now is Gabbro. It's bloody Gabbro. We have travelled thousands and thousands of blocks looking for Gabbro. We've travelled halfway around the world. We've travelled to the equator somewhere, if I can find myself, over here somewhere. We travelled all the way down. We've come all the way down here looking for bloody nickel. The equator down here somewhere, there, and we've not found it. And all this time we have been sat on it. Well, doesn't that just take the bloody biscuit? I mean, in all seriousness, you couldn't. I mean, there's no way I can't plant that. I can't edit that in. That is just sheer bloody chance, and it's there. It's bloody there. Willow lumber. I need sticks. We need ladders to start off with. And we need a lot of them. We need about 2 stacks of them, because we're going to have to tunnel down to the Gabbro layer with our prospector's pick. Hopefully not hit any caves. I don't really want to do it under here because I don't want to cause any cave-ins. Where do we do this that's safe? Maybe, what time is it in the day as well? Midday, we're okay. Let me get some other bits just as well, just to keep the world good and safe. Yeah, bit of you. Don't need a lot, that'll do us. We've got torches, we've got that, we are good. So we're going to tunnel. We're going to dig all the way down into the Gabbro layer. I should still have my prospector's pick. I do. I've got some food. We probably need to freshen up our water before we head down. And I've got no reason to believe that it's not right across this area. You know, this these biome, rock stone biomes, if you like, are fairly extensive. So let us head. Where do we want to start this? Say here. Does here look good? There's chasm out. Yeah, I think we'll go here. And we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to do the old trick. So we're currently in andesite. We shall pop you. Actually, first things first, we shall pop you there, and then we shall pop you there, and then we're going to continue down a long way until we find Gabbro. I never expected, I honestly, never for a second would have suspected that this was the direction I had to travel from my base to find Gabbro, and more importantly, to find nickel. Now the problem, of course, is if at this depth we are running huge chances of cave-ins once we get. I mean, this is fine because there's nothing to cave in, but ultimately, once we get down there, we're going to have to tunnel out, and that's going to be interesting. Never mind at that depth. Never mind at that depth, actually, in TFC. That will be a first. And yeah, so we're at 132. We still need to keep on going down. And we haven't changed rock types. Yeah, there's a zombie about here somewhere as well. So there's a chance we're going to hit a cave, which is perfect. Not what we want at all. Yeah, so I'm going to continue down. I will come back once we've found the next layer of rock. Or a cave, whichever happens. And no sooner have I gone than I get the few blocks down and look, we hit the gold seam and diorite. So this is the next layer, the middle layer, if you like. And we're getting close to those zombies as well. What was the gold? Poor quality. So we're not missing anything with that. Yeah, so I've still got well over 100 blocks. Well, somewhere between 60 or so blocks to drop. So yeah, I will again, I'll continue on, and I will keep you appraised as to what's happening. Well, that was a bust. I've come down to Y25. A prospecting pick has a range of 25 blocks in all directions from the block scanned. So at Y25 there is no block lower down, so there's nothing within 25 blocks of any direction of this pit. So I've got a couple of options. One is do the potentially dangerous branching out from the bottom of this pit. Now obviously that would be the quickest, but it's potentially the most dangerous for obvious reasons. Cave-ins, yada yada yada. The other option is that I close this pit off, move 25 blocks, say, south, plus another 25, so 50 blocks south, sink another hole, and basically quarter it like that. And I mean, neither is ideal. It's got to be said. Neither is a perfect solution. But going from here, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, that's 25. So then we go, we'll same again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So if we were to sink a hole there, then that should scan another 50 by 50 by 50, sorry, by 25 by 25 by 25 area around it. So it is going to be 50 radius, 50 diameter, 25 radius of the area you're in. Now, the other downside is it's going to go through a lot of ladders. So I don't see any alternative than to try this. And I don't propose to do this for the entire episode because, again, that way madness lies. But we know that there is Gabbro in this area, albeit 100 or so blocks beneath our feet. We know that obviously nickel spawns in Gabbro, so this is the place to do it. And for the relatively cheap cost, let me just, I know that was a bad use of food. Oh, hello, topaz. Put it with my, we'll have to have a little gem collection somewhere. But yeah, we know that. I think this is the way, this is the only way I can think of that we can do this easily. So we can take that. We probably need to go and drop off some of this rock, because otherwise we're going to be snided out with the damn stuff. And I don't want to bin it because we're in TFC, you know, every single, that's the wrong place. Every single block you dig is a block hard earned. So yeah, it's kind of good practice to not just bin everything out of hand. So yeah, let me just create one of those to block the top again. We're going to do the same again. We're going to create a whole load more ladders, and we are going to head down to a similar depth and see if we can't get any more joy this time on the next pass of the next cast of the dice, shall we say. I don't fully expect to get this even first, second, or even maybe 10th time. You know, this could take a certain amount of time. So we're going to just sink another pit, and then we're going to come back, have a play around with a few suggestions from some of the comments. And as I say, we have at least here got a strategy. What I should really do is also plug that off, because what we don't want, I mean, they're all right, that's yeah, there's a, what we don't want is, you know, accidentally falling down. There we go. So here's our dig point, and exactly the same thing. We're still in andesite at this point, so that's fine. We'll go with the same side. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, that got a little bit hairy. It was about maybe 80 or 100 blocks down, and basically the damn thing decided to start trying to cave in underneath me. So I've decided to bug out of that for a little while and just reevaluate our strategy. We've got a good collection of gems going here. Yeah, we need to think about how we do this. Having found Gabbro, I don't know why I keep going in there. I don't want to go in there. Having found Gabbro, we definitely need to think about how we approach the Gabbro problem, and how we work within an environment of Gabbro-ness at such depth. Now we can use pit props, and we have got plenty. We just need to work out again a good usage somewhere abouts. In here we've got pit props anyway. I put them somewhere safe. If I were not there. Oh, here they are. There, lots of pit props. So we have got that option, but we have got a few other things to be on with today, and suggestions. So we need to catch up on our comments list for starters, because we've kind of been working on some of these. We've got some of this stuff done. We need to add in. Let me have a look. I'll do the first one on the list in a moment, but we're going to add a crow, as suggested, that we a quarry. Now a quarry obviously is going to be a cosmetic thing, because we can't quarry for materials as such. A tavern was suggested by several, including Crow, brewery and tavern by the waterfront. This one was interesting. This is a dive cage. This was suggested by Samantha Lisa Anagram, so I'm guessing that is an anagram of your actual real name. Yeah, I think that probably covers us there. I think we're to do. So let's go and deal with the first thing that's not on that list, because I didn't put it on, because we're going to do it. We're going to deal with it. We're going to do it. And that is a desk. Now this desk we've got, and I'm not changing this out because we can use these tables, and that will allow me to put things, bits and pieces on there. But this bit here, let me get you. I'm going to stick you on the end there, and we'll just snuff you out if we can. Come on. So it's acacia we want. That's the wood. Oh, it's yeah, I chiseled it. That was a mistake, because when once you chisel it, it becomes not wood. Amazingly, did you know that? I also noticed, or at least I thought I noticed, yeah, we got some cherries to pick. Although, to be honest, I have so much fruit at the moment, it's getting a little bit beyond a joke. So if we go and look at a desk, we need a couple of blocks, 3, so we need 1 block, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. We need a torch and a feather. Well, that's simple enough. Give me a feather. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Give me a feather. So what we can do is get this thing going. Honk, plonk, and plonk. That gives us an acacia desk, which should blend nicely into that unit, and it has this this particular feature going. Now we could, for example, have put acacia table in there, but I'm not sure whether that would really work, and they don't stack together very well, these. But what we can do is we can take, well, we'll just take this book here, for example, and we can pop it there. So we could do all of this kind of stuff. It just adds to it. Yeah, so that was that. Now let us go and have a thing. This dive cage idea intrigues me, and it's a really simple idea, because obviously when we were diving for squid, we were having to surface for air. Now it would make a lot more sense if we didn't have to surface for air. And let's go with, I probably need more than that though, don't I? Yeah, let's not go with pine then, unless I've got a whole load of pine around here. Your birch, the log, not the player. Pine. There's a bit of pine. Oh, there's more pine. I'm going to leave that pine there because, in fact, let me take those out. That was spruce and hickory. Take out the pine. There we go. We're sorted. We've got more pine there. So let us go with pine. And we know that this will give us enough to be going on with. Then there's the other thing we need is the stuff to make the cage. Now, obviously, one thing we could just use panes of glass. We could use bars, and I think if we have a look at iron bar, that's just, can we make iron bar using, presumably we can do it using normal Minecraft stuff, but do I really want to use that much wrought iron for a cosmetic item? This is the fun with TFC, of course, is the iron. I wouldn't bat an eyelid doing that. I have got one raw iron ready, so I would have to prepare iron. That's 16, so that's going to be 3 blooms of iron. To make 16, we need 9 plus 6. That's 15 for 2 sides. So, yeah, iron is not winning me over. It really has to be said. However, glass might work. So let us drink. I'm going to check my glass situation, check how long I've been recording, and I will be right. Alright, we're at 27 minutes, so we haven't got a huge amount of time, but I just want to have a little bit of an experiment with this idea, just to play, if you will. It occurs to me that we could potentially build some kind of squid farm using, you know, fairly standard water dynamics. I also need to get some of you on my bar. Let me just get back up again. So the first problem we're going to have is it's going to be dark down here. It's going to be really dark. So it occurs to me that the first thing we are going to want to do is probably place a jack-o'-lantern, and then we'll get this on the ground here. Oh, no, come here. This is of course the difficulty that we face, is how to get this built because and not suffocate, because we're going to be 1, 2, 3 and then 1. I think that's going to be our target block there. Oh crap, here we go. And what we need to do then is repeat, keeping my eye on that oxygen gauge, because I don't want to take more damage than is absolutely necessary down here. And then we can take you, and if I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, now we can breathe. Now we can breathe. And we can breathe like a good one because we've got the old fence mechanic going now. Which means we can now start playing with how to make this thing actually work for us. What I could have really done with there, well, let me start off by clearing that particular hole there, and if I then fill this in, yeah, that of course That of course makes things a bit problematic. How much glass have I got? Not a lot, but maybe, just maybe, we have... Oh, crap. Maybe we have enough. Let me just... Oh, no. God, that was not... That was a bit close. Too close for comfort. So that is clear there. So what? How do we? Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Well, we've got a little dive cage. It's not particularly useful as a dive cage in its current form, because the moment we do that, it floods again. So I think probably what we need to do is close off some of the sides. Yeah, this will... if we close off these sides and just get one entrance, one exit and entrance in there, that should hopefully do the trick. And what I did do is I brought this down. I probably should have brought two. But I think no. Let us cut those into planks. Right, hang on. If I want a gate, I can't remember. The recipes for gates in this are difficult. If I want a gate, I want that. And that gives me two. We'll pop that out. We'll chop you out and we'll place you there. That gives us access into here. Now if I wanted to do the same again, that'll work, won't it? We can just come out and in, out and in, out and in. Yeah, I think we've got a design. It's not the most conventional of designs, but it will. It's certainly not a shark cage. Oh God, hang on a second. What we need to probably do is do some closing, some breaking, some placing, some... Oh God, this is going to be awkward. There. And then similarly, if I go and place that one, can I do it that way? Yeah, it's not going to spring off, is it? So that gives us a dive bell. It doesn't really help us a lot with hunting squids, but at least it does give us the means to come down and hide under the water, if nothing else. If I want to just... What I'm thinking, just bear with me a second. I want to grab a whole load of sticks. Oh, damn it. I would have preferred that to actually work the way I intended. Let me just do that. Right, from here, let me head back to the surface quickly. Okay, not too deep. But what I was thinking is, typically with a dive bell, you would have a buoy. I need another jack-o'-lantern for that though. But that gives us at least a means of getting down, attacking a few squid and getting back out again. Your breath really doesn't last very long in TFC compared to vanilla Minecraft. But let me go and just get that going. And yeah, I'm going to think about how, if there's any way I can think of that we could develop some kind of squid farm using similar, you know, the kind that, well, I assume you know the kind that I'm thinking of, that has you have basically a wall of water, a wall of air, and the squid swim through it and drop and die. Oh God, it's getting on tonight. Oh, I've got a bed with me. It's not a problem. Okay. Yeah, so that is the mechanic. Now, I've done a little bit of testing in a creative world, and trust me, it's a pain to do even in a creative world. So the thoughts of doing it in this is quite horrific. But it does work. You know, the squid will swim into the water, into the air, and then drop and drown and suffocate. I can't say drown because, you know, they're kind of doing the reverse opposite. Does it drown? I mean, does a creature that breathes, does a creature that actually, you know, natively is a sea-going creature that obviously doesn't breathe water, but breathes in the medium of water via gills or whatever it uses, does it drown in air or does it suffocate? Answers on a postcard, please. Slightly less controversial question than the last episode anyway. Yeah, so anyway, that's a little kind of dive bell. It is not elegant. It's certainly not a great design, but it does give us some flexibility. And as I say, something you would often find on these. Oh no! All right, forget it. It doesn't want to play. What you would often find on these is a buoy to mark where it was in the water, which I was kind of hoping we could do. Now there are definitely squids around here, but the problem is we can't see them at the depth we're at. So even with the dive bell, we're not really getting any advantage. So the next question is, would I be better off than scattering the floor with lanterns and just coming back so we can actually see the squid around the dive bell? Anyway, I think on that note I'm going to call it an episode, because we've got an awful lot of searching now we know we're on Gabbro. We need to figure out a way to actually exploit that fact to the maximum advantage. Look at him, he knows I'm after him. And yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.